everyone. My name is Joyce S. Zamoraga, a first-year student of Global Reciprocal Colleges and taking up Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship. Today, I'm gonna share with you a quick looking back of how Dr. Jose Rizal, our national hero, lived his childhood life way back in Calamba, Laguna. Jose Rizal had many beautiful memories of childhood in his native town. He grew up in a happy home, ruled by good and godly parents, bubbling with joy and sanctified by God's blessings. The scenic beauties and its industrious, hospitable, friendly folks in his town had impressed him during his childhood years and profoundly affected his mind and character. Don't you know that Calamba is called the cradle of genius due to its impressive beauties? This town was originally called Calamba, which means clay stove and clay pot respectively. It was an earthen vessel jar being carried by a young woman whom a guardian civil stopped to ask what she was carrying. She answered Calamba. Later on, Calamba and was shortened to Calamba. Now in Calamba, we can see this giant clay pot. This landmark is situated at the city plaza near the church and the Rizal shrine. The clay pot symbolizes how the city got its name. Now we may ask, how does our national hero live his childhood life? Well, the first memory of Dr. Jose Rizal in his infancy was his happy days in family garden way back when he was 3 years old. Because he was a frail, sickly, and undersized child, he was given the tenderest care by his parents. His father built a little nipa cottage in the garden for him to play at daytime. Together with him was his aya, or the nurse aide, to look after his comfort. In his boyhood memories, he narrated how he, at the age of 3, watched from his cottage the kulyawan, or the yellow-colored bird, the Maya capra, or the birds commonly found in the wooded areas, the martin and the pipit, which another kind of birds, listened to their songs with wonders and joy in his heart. Another childhood memories was the daily angelus prayer. By nightfall, his mother used to gather all the children then at the house to pray the angelus prayer. And right after the nightly prayer, his aya tell to them many stories about fairies, tales of buried treasures, and trees blooming with diamonds, and other fabulous stories. Those stories aroused in Rizal an enduring interest in legends and folklores. And sometimes, if he doesn't like to eat his supper, his aya would threaten him that the aswang, the nuno, and the tikbalang, or a terrible bearded bombay would come and take him away if he would not eat his supper. Another memory was the nocturnal walk, or a walk taken at night in the town, especially when there was a moon. His aya took him for a walk in the moonlight by the river, where the trees cast shadows in the bank. Don't you know that our national hero was actually a devoted son of the church? He loves to go to church, to pray, to take part in novenas, and to join the religious processions. He was so seriously devoted that he was laughingly called as Manong Jose by the Hermanos and Hermanas Terceras. And it was Father Leoncio Lopez, a learned Filipino priest, a man whom he really admired and respected during his boyhood. He used to visit him and listen to his stimulating opinions on current events and sound philosophy of life. At age 7, Jose Rizal had his first pilgrimage to Antipolo on June 16, 1868, when he and his father left Calamba on a pilgrimage to Antipolo in order to fulfill his mother's vows, which was made when Jose was born. It was his first trip across Laguna de Bay and his first pilgrimage to Antipolo, and they rode in a casco or barge. He did not sleep the whole night as the casco sailed towards the Pasig River because he awed by the magnificence of the waterway expanse and silence of the night. Which many years later he wrote, "With what pleasure I saw the sunrise. For the first time, I saw how the luminous rays shone producing a brilliant effect on the ruffled surface of the lake. One night, when all the family went to bed early, he and his mother Tudora were awake, and his mother told him a story about the moth. While his mother was reading, he focused his eyes and interest on the two insects flying around the flame. And later, the one fell into the oil, fluttered for a time and became quiet. That event captured his full attention as he watched it with all his soul and said it had died a martyr for its illusion. The tragic fate of the young moth left a deep impression on Rizal's mind. He justified such a noble death, asserting that to sacrifice one's life for it, meaning for an ideal, it is worthwhile. And like the young moth, he was fated to die as a martyr for a noble ideal. And since early childhood, Rizal revealed his God-given talent of art. At the age of 5, he began to make sketches with his pencil and to mold in clay and wax objects. He really has a heart of a genuine artist. One day, when he was spending so much time in making images using clay and wax, his sisters laughed at him, but he said, "Someday, when I die, people will make monuments and images of me," which really happened. Anywhere in the Philippines right now, we can see hundreds of monuments and Rizal parks, right? Aside from the gift of art, Jose Rizal was also gifted in literature. Since early boyhood, he was able to write poetry with the help of his mother's encouragement. At the age of 8, he wrote his first poem, Sa Aking Mga Kabata. And this poem reveals Rizal's nationalistic sentiments. And also, he was able to write his first dramatic work, which was a Tagalog comedy, and it was acted in a Calamba festival and was delightfully applauded by the audience and was witnessed by a Gobernadorcillo from Paite. And summary, we can really conclude that Jose Rizal, our national hero, was indeed a very talented and intellectual man. Since from his childhood years, he was very observant, enormously interested in nature, and really passionate in developing the skills he possesses. And that's all for this video. Thank you for watching it. Sa Rizal, my Lodi!